Fans of Seven Little Johnstons are still trying to process what they saw after a recent clip featuring Anna Johnston began circulating online. The moment, quickly labeled by viewers as $FW, sparked instant debate, surprise, and a flood of reactions across social media. For longtime followers who have watched Anna grow up on TLC, the clip felt like a sharp turn from the image they were used to seeing. The footage itself wasn't explicit, but it pushed boundaries far beyond what fans normally associate with the show or with Anna's on-screen personality. Viewers immediately began asking the same question again and again. What changed, and why now? Many fans believe the answer lies in Anna's personal life, specifically her rumored new boyfriend. Over the years, Anna Johnston has often been portrayed as the quieter, more reserved member of the Johnston family. She has openly discussed feeling misunderstood, overlooked, and sometimes judged more harshly than her siblings. Because of that history, fans have always kept a close eye on her emotional growth and independence. That's why this sudden, bold moment felt so shocking to so many people. As soon as the clip appeared, social media platforms lit up with mixed reactions. Some fans were stunned, calling the moment unrecognizable and questioning whether it aligned with the family-friendly tone of the show. Others rushed to Anna's defense, arguing that she is an adult and has every right to express herself however she chooses. One comment that quickly gained traction read, "She's not a little kid anymore. People need to stop acting like she owes us innocence forever." That sentiment echoed through many supportive posts, with fans praising Anna for showing confidence and stepping into her own identity. Still, not everyone was convinced this was purely about personal growth. Speculation quickly turned toward Anna's love life. Rumors about a new man in her life have been circulating for weeks, and fans now believe this relationship may be influencing her transformation. According to online chatter, the new boyfriend is someone who encourages confidence, self-expression, and stepping outside comfort zones. Supporters of this theory argue that Anna looks happier, more relaxed, and more assured of herself lately. They point to recent photos, captions, and now this controversial clip as evidence that she's experiencing a shift in how she sees herself. New love can change a person, one fan wrote. Sometimes it gives you the courage to be bold in ways you never were before. Others, however, worry that the change feels too sudden. Some longtime viewers expressed concern that Anna might be feeling pressure to reinvent herself or prove something to the public. Given her complicated history with family expectations and public scrutiny, these concerns aren't coming out of nowhere. This isn't the first time Anna has been at the center of controversy. In previous seasons, fans witnessed tension between Anna and her parents, especially when it came to independence, boundaries, and trust. Many viewers felt Anna was often held to stricter standards than her siblings, leading to sympathy from the fan base. Because of that context, the current situation feels deeper than just a viral clip. For some, it represents Anna reclaiming control over her image after years of feeling boxed in. For others, it feels like a risky move that could invite even harsher judgment. Another layer to the controversy is how TLC and Seven Little Johnstons might respond. While the clip did not originate directly from the show, Anna's public image is still closely tied to the series. Fans are already wondering whether this moment could impact her future appearances or storylines. So far, there has been no official response from Anna, her family, or TLC. That silence has only fueled more speculation. Some believe Anna is choosing not to address the situation because she doesn't feel she owes anyone an explanation. Others think a statement might come later once the attention dies down. Interestingly, a portion of fans argue that the shock says more about the audience than it does about Anna. They point out that reality TV stars often struggle to shed the version of themselves that viewers grow attached to. When they evolve, fans sometimes react with discomfort rather than understanding. In Anna's case, that discomfort is amplified by the fact that viewers watched her grow up on screen. The shift from family show daughter to an adult making bold choices is jarring for some, even if it's perfectly normal. Whether the clip represents a lasting transformation or just a single moment of expression remains to be seen. What's clear is that Anna Johnston has everyone talking again, and not quietly. Supporters hope this means Anna is finally feeling confident and supported in her own skin. Critics remain cautious, questioning the motivations and potential consequences behind the sudden change. And right in the middle of it all is Anna herself, navigating adulthood under an unforgiving spotlight. If the new boyfriend effect is real, fans will be watching closely to see how this relationship continues to shape her choices. If not, this moment may simply be a reminder that Anna Johnston is no longer the person viewers first met years ago. As the buzz around Anna Johnston's shocking moment continues to grow, fans are now digging deeper, trying to understand what this sudden shift really means for her future. The conversation has clearly moved beyond one clip and turned into a bigger discussion about identity, freedom, and life after growing up on reality TV. Many longtime viewers are pointing out that Anna's transformation didn't happen overnight. If you look closely at her recent social media activity, there has been a gradual change in tone. Her photos appear more confident, her captions more expressive, and her overall presence more self-assured. To some fans, the so-called $FW moment was not a shock. It was the next step in a journey that had already begun. Others, however, say they feel blindsided. They argue that Anna's image has always been tied to the family-focused values of 7 little Johnstons. Seeing her step outside that box so publicly made them uncomfortable, not because she did something wrong, but because it challenged their expectations. This reaction highlights a larger issue many reality TV stars face. Audiences often struggle to accept change. When viewers spend years watching someone in a specific role, they subconsciously expect that role to remain the same forever. Anna breaking that unspoken contract is what made this moment explode the way it did. Another topic gaining attention is how Anna compares to her siblings. Fans have noticed that when other Johnston children make bold moves or push boundaries, the reaction is often softer. With Anna, the scrutiny seems harsher. Some supporters believe this double standard has followed her for years, both on and off the show. Because of that, a growing number of fans see this moment as Anna pushing back against being labeled the difficult one or the problem child. To them, it's not about being provocative, it's about being unapologetically herself. Of course, the rumored new boyfriend remains a major focus of speculation. While details about him are limited, fans are convinced his presence has played a role in Anna's new energy. Comment sections are filled with theories that he encourages her to speak up, dress how she wants, and stop worrying about pleasing everyone else. Supporters say this kind of influence can be empowering, especially for someone who has spent much of their life feeling controlled or judged. Critics, on the other hand, worry that the relationship could be moving too fast or that Anna might be changing herself to fit someone else's expectations. Without confirmation from Anna, all of this remains speculation. But the intensity of the debate shows just how invested fans are in her story. There's also growing curiosity about how this will affect her relationship with her family. Over the years, viewers have watched emotional conversations, disagreements, and attempts at reconciliation between Anna and her parents. Some fans fear that this latest controversy could widen existing gaps, while others believe it could force long overdue conversations about boundaries and independence. Interestingly, some viewers think the family might already be more aware of Anna's growth than the audience realizes. Reality TV editing often freezes people in time, even when their real lives are changing rapidly behind the scenes. Another angle fans are discussing is whether Anna is intentionally distancing herself from the show's image. Many reality stars eventually struggle with being defined by one chapter of their lives. This moment could be Anna signaling that she wants to be seen as more than just a TLC personality. If that's the case, the backlash may be something she expected and accepted. What's undeniable is that this moment has shifted how people talk about Anna Johnston. She's no longer just a supporting character in family drama. She's now at the center of a conversation about autonomy, adulthood, and breaking free from expectations. Some fans believe this controversy will fade as quickly as it appeared. Others think it marks a turning point that will permanently change how Anna is viewed by the public. Whether fans agree or disagree with her choices, one truth stands out. Anna Johnston is taking control of her narrative, and she's no longer asking for permission. As the dust slowly settles, viewers are left watching closely for what comes next. Will Anna address the backlash directly? Will her relationship continue to influence her public image? Or will she move forward quietly, letting actions speak louder than explanations? As days pass and reactions continue to roll in, the conversation around Anna Johnston has taken yet another turn. What began as shock has slowly shifted into analysis, with fans now questioning not just what they saw, but what it represents in the long run. A growing group of viewers believes this moment signals Anna stepping into a phase of complete independence. They argue that after years of being defined by family dynamics, rules, and expectations, Anna may finally be choosing herself. For these supporters, the controversial clip isn't about attention. It's about ownership of her image. Others see it as a test of public boundaries. Reality TV stars often walk a fine line between authenticity and backlash, and Anna's situation highlights how unforgiving that line can be. One move outside the norm can quickly redefine how the public sees someone, even if that person has been evolving quietly for years. What's interesting is how divided the fan base has become. Some viewers say they feel proud of Anna for being brave enough to break away from the version people expect. They believe confidence doesn't always look comfortable, especially to those who are used to seeing someone in a limited role. On the opposite side, critics argue that shock-based moments can overshadow deeper growth. They worry that instead of focusing on Anna's emotional progress, independence, or career goals, the conversation has narrowed to a single clip. For them, the concern isn't judgment, it's whether this moment truly reflects who Anna wants to be known as. This debate also exposes how differently women on reality TV are treated compared to their male counterparts. Fans have pointed out that bold or controversial behavior from men is often brushed off as confidence, while similar actions from women spark intense scrutiny. Anna's situation has become a clear example of that imbalance in the eyes of many supporters. Another theory gaining traction is that Anna may be intentionally redefining her relationship with fame. Rather than allowing the show or public opinion to control her story, she could be testing what happens when she sets the narrative herself. In today's social media-driven world, even a single moment can be a statement. Some viewers believe Anna understands exactly what she's doing. They think she anticipated the reaction and accepted the consequences, seeing it as the cost of freedom. Whether that's true or not, the result is undeniable. People are paying attention in a way they haven't before. Meanwhile, silence from Anna continues to fuel curiosity. The lack of clarification has created space for fans to project their own interpretations onto her actions. For some, the silence feels empowering. For others, it feels unsettling. What can't be ignored is how much Anna has changed since her earliest days on 7 Little Johnstons. Back then, she was often portrayed as struggling to find her place. Now, regardless of how fans feel, she's clearly making choices without seeking approval. That shift alone marks a major turning point. Whether this moment becomes a footnote or a defining chapter will depend on what Anna does next. If she leans into this new image, it could reshape her public identity entirely. If she pulls back, it may simply be remembered as a bold experiment in self-expression. Either way, Anna Johnston has made it clear that she's no longer content being watched from a distance. She's actively shaping how she's seen and forcing viewers to confront their own expectations in the process. In the end, the biggest shock may not be the clip itself, but the realization that Anna is growing beyond the role fans assigned her years ago. And growth, especially in the public eye, is rarely neat or comfortable. With the discussion still unfolding, many fans are now shifting their focus toward what this moment means for Anna Johnston's long-term path. Beyond the headlines and reactions, there's a deeper question forming. Is this the beginning of a new chapter, or simply a brief flash that people are overanalyzing? Some viewers believe Anna is at a crossroads familiar to many who grow up in the public eye. After years of being introduced as part of a family brand, she may now be trying to separate who she truly is from how she was presented on television. That process can be messy, especially when every decision is examined by thousands of strangers. A noticeable trend in fan discussions is empathy. People who once criticized Anna are now reconsidering their stance, acknowledging the pressure of growing up on reality TV. Many are admitting that they, too, changed drastically in early adulthood, just without cameras capturing every move. Others are pointing out that Anna's confidence seems more grounded lately. They argue that confidence doesn't always show up in quiet ways. Sometimes it appears suddenly, boldly, and without warning. From this perspective, the controversial clip isn't shocking. It's honest. There's also a growing conversation about boundaries between public and private life. Fans are asking where that line should be drawn. When someone becomes famous as a child, do viewers have the right to expect the same version of them forever? Or does that expectation become unfair as the person matures? In Anna's case, many now feel that the audience may need to adjust more than she does. Another angle gaining traction is how moments like this impact mental health. Several fans have expressed hope that Anna has a strong support system around her, especially as opinions continue to pour in. Public judgment can be overwhelming, even when it's mixed with praise. Supporters are encouraging others to remember that Anna is more than a viral moment. She's a person navigating adulthood, relationships, and self-image, all while being watched. That reality alone changes how every decision feels. Some fans are also curious whether this experience will influence how Anna engages online moving forward. Will she become more outspoken, more private, or will she continue sharing without addressing the noise at all? Each option sends a different message, and fans are reading into every possibility. Interestingly, a number of viewers believe this moment could empower Anna to explore opportunities beyond the show, whether that's personal projects, creative outlets, or a different public direction entirely. They see this as her testing independence, not just socially, but professionally. At the same time, there's an understanding that growth doesn't follow a straight line. One bold moment doesn't define a person, just as one mistake doesn't erase progress. Many fans are now advocating for patience instead of instant judgment. What's clear is that Anna Johnston has sparked a conversation that goes far beyond one clip. It touches on identity, freedom, and what it means to grow up under constant observation. Those themes resonate with far more people than just reality TV fans. As attention slowly shifts from shock to reflection, the tone of the discussion is changing. Fewer people are asking, why did she do this? And more are asking, what does this say about how we treat people who grow up on screen? No matter how this chapter concludes, it has already reshaped how Anna is viewed. She's no longer just reacting to her environment. She's actively choosing how she moves within it. The fandom already has a lot on its plates with the ongoing 7 Little Johnstons drama. Moreover, rising family drama continued to mount as the family placed the burden of accountability on one another. Recently, tensions skyrocketed after Leighton's birthday and family Thanksgiving. However, The fandom was also happy for various reasons. One reason is Anna's new life. After she moved out of the Johnston family home, her life had taken a turn for good. She has been seemingly flourishing and glowing without her parents constantly breathing down her neck. Furthermore, this year she surprised fans by introducing her new partner just ahead of the holidays. However, man has raised major red flags for the fandom. Keep on reading to know what the fandom is saying. Anna Johnston is faring relatively well away from her toxic family dynamics. Moreover, it appears there is an addition to her life this holiday. The Seven Little Johnstons star recently posted a series of stories on her social media, hard launching her new man. One of these stories featured a pretty adorable picture of Anna posing with a man. Moreover, things are already looking serious as Jeffrey just met Anna's family, or what's left of it. Anna, her Aunt Heidi, and cousin Ella recently met at a bar. Jeffrey, being a gentleman, accompanied the ladies. Anna posted various pictures from the hangout. One picture also included all the ladies and him smiling at the camera. So, fans have speculated that Heidi approves of the new guy. It's another day with another Seven Little Johnstons news. There doesn't seem to be any signs of reconciliation anytime soon between Anna and her family. However, fans rejoiced as she flourished. Despite the family cutting her out, she found ways to navigate her estrangement. She spent Thanksgiving with her pups. She also took Christmas photos with them. Therefore, the Johnstons cutting her out doesn't make her live a sad life. Anna is evidently thriving outside her family's toxic dynamics. Although she can't outrun the family drama, she has built herself a humble abode free of her parents' constant scrutiny and criticism. Moreover, her latest addition to her life has gained significant traction. As fans might recall, she recently launched her new man, Jeffrey, ahead of the holidays. At first, fans rejoiced. However, some raised concerns about Anna's safety given her partner's troubling background. Some of the viewers also discovered the mugshot of her new partner. Jeffrey was arrested in October in Houston County, Georgia, on charges of theft by conversion. In another recent photo that Anna shared, it was evidently NSFW, showing her boobs with Jeffrey's and her hand covering the nipples. Shocked fans subsequently raised concerns speculating that her new man has changed her. Seven Little Johnstons fans just hope Anna won't end up in another toxic relationship. For more such latest Anna's updates, stay tuned to Anna Johnston is a proud businesswoman. The star of TLC's reality series Seven Little Johnstons has her own jewelry line, selling items via her online shop. I wanted to share my love for bracelet stacks with jewelry lovers. She explains on her website, when opening the business, my goal was to share the idea of having many bracelets on your wrist is a lot more fun than just one. Along with wearing jewelry to complete outfits, I remind the customers to do everything with passion. Fizz 4 Passions beaded bracelets come in a range of colors and are incredibly affordable, with most items selling for less than $20. Many of Anna's customers find her through Seven Little Johnstons, and she's grateful for all of their purchases. Thank you so much for supporting my small business, she said in a January 2023 Instagram video. It really does mean a lot to me. Anna's worked hard in her jewelry business and her other endeavors. She's also active on Cameo and has worked at a daycare center, in addition to appearing on Seven Little Johnstons. That effort has paid off in a big way. Earlier this year, she became a first-time homeowner at age 22. It's official, I'm a homeowner, she shared in a February 10th Instagram update. So thankful for everyone that has been a part of this. Definitely my mom and dad, thank you for everything. Smiley face, time to move in. Owning her own home is a huge accomplishment for Anna and proof to her parents that she can be independent. On the last season of Seven Little Johnstons, her mom Amber expressed skepticism that her daughter had the financial resources she needed to live on her own. but she was confident she was financially secure enough to move out. Anna isn't the only member of the Johnston family who's gone into the handmade jewelry business. Her younger sister Emma Johnston has an Etsy shop called Emma's Rings and Things. The 17-year-old sells rings, obviously, as well as earrings, scrunchies, and other accessories. Her items a little more expensive than her older siblings, with many items selling for between $20 and $40. Emma's younger brother Alex also has an Etsy shop. He sells his origami creations such as trinket boxes and finger puppets under the name Alex Paper Co. Jonah, the oldest Johnston kid, has taken a more traditional career path. He's currently in sales at Hutchinson Automotive Group, according to his LinkedIn. Meanwhile, Liz Johnston works as a dialysis technician.